guess what? That voice you just heard, she's here with us now. Welcome the amazing CeCe Peniston.
CeCe! That song, honestly, Val and I talk about it all the time. We love that time period of music. That song in particular will never get old to us. Does it ever? I mean, for you, that's got to be such a thing to write a song that will like last forever.
You know what, it's such a blessing to me, and it's funny because you know what, over time I've learned like different ways to do like the remixes with band, with track, with DJ. For me, it doesn't get old because I always reinvent it, you know? Right. And I'm always thankful because people come to me like, yo, when Finally came out, this is what happened, and I have this memory, so yeah, I'm definitely blessed to have it.
Now, you know it's a shame. We got to hear it on the video. You sitting right here. You know we want to hear just a little something. I mean,
just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
Finally, yeah. Finally, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you were a baby when you wrote that song, right?
I was, because I'm really only 35. So
right.
when it came out, they're like, yo, right.
pen and paper in here.
Don't start Googling either. I know y'all. Look. So when Finally came out, I really was like young. I had never been in the music business. I was just singing around Arizona, and they said, hey, we want you to do backgrounds on someone's album. I was like, Dad, okay, beautiful. Yeah. And they said, hey, do you have anything else? And I was like, yeah, I had this song. I said, I don't know if you're gonna like it or not, but it's, you know, it's this poem I wrote, which was Finally. Yeah. They said, we love it. 6 weeks later, they're like, hey, you have a hit and you're about to travel the world. I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
So all of a sudden you go from just being, you know, in your normal hometown to traveling the whole world. Wow. You know?
Very amazing, yeah.
And then since then, you've had 5 Hot 100 songs. Take us back to 21-year-old CeCe Peniston. What was going through her head when she was living this moment and in this spot like that?
Man, I was so innocent. I had come from the church, and you're gonna laugh, y'all, but I was straight at Jones, New York, learner, still shopping, like, oh, I gotta get my show outfit. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand everything about the music business, and I was just so me. And I was just like, you know, I just knew that I loved to sing, I loved being on stage, I loved connecting with people, but I didn't know how much that they were really gonna love Finally. You know what I mean? So when I got on the stage, I remember I was walking in New York one day. They was like, yo, what's up, CeCe? I was like, I was like, hey, girl. They were like, hey, we love your music. And I just didn't understand the reach of how that was gonna come off at the time.
Yes. And of course, we also know you're a gorgeous woman.
Yes.
And you're a beauty queen. We actually have a throwback picture for you to take a look at.
This was Miss Black Arizona?
Yes.
In 1989?
Yes.
And also, we're named Miss Galaxy as well.
Yes. So,
what is it like looking back at that photo?
You know what? That was such a great period in my life. And you know what's funny, because people were like, hey, at the time, my mom was like, hey, I can't sponsor you at the time. My mom was like working on a budget at the time. She's like, baby, you can do it, but I can't sponsor you. So at that time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a G. I'm gonna go get the sponsors. So I got, you know, shoes from Kenny. I got the dress from here. I got, you know, the knowledge from doing, you know, question and answer from the pageant. So I learned how to be an entertainer without really knowing that's exactly where things were going to be in that moment.
Where do you credit that drive to, that hustle, that determination?
You know, but sometimes it's just being told no, or you can't, and I'm like, you can't? I'm like, well, why can't you? I'm always like a believer, I'm an optimist, and I believe that, you know what, just because someone tells you no doesn't mean that it's not. A delay.
That's right.
I heard somebody once say, if you turn no around, that means it's on.
See, I like it. And
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I like that.
When somebody tells you no, flip it and say it's on.
And a delay is not a denial. It just means it's a delay.
Hey.
That's right.